Hello everybody and welcome to the World Ends With You final remix on the Nintendo Switch.
Can we play Move or... I don't even know what's Move or Die.
It's a game that I got for very cheap. Remember,
That'd be Jewel clone.
if it helps you tell, I've already deleted it because it sucked. It was at sale for like 99 cents or something, so...
I'll ask another time.
Anyway, yeah, for now I'm going to playing this a bit on the Switch using the Joy-Cons. Why? Because I want to explain something about the Switch version of The World Ends With You. The Joy-Con controls are... how should I put this? This game was built with touch controls in mind, so... And I appreciate Hiroyuki Ito for trying his best to try to translate this into physical controls. The problem is that it doesn't work as well as... Okay, to be fair, walking as Neku is fine because all you have to do is use the analog stick and Neku will walk. You can also use the cursor as you would, like, you know, you can also touch the screen and Neku will go towards the screen like you would, do in the... Sure, if that helps you.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is not really replicable with a Switch emulator using the mouse.
Alright, so use the Joy-Con and the pointer on the screen to move, attack, and move more during battle. Right now you're defenseless, so you're gonna have to run for it. Basically, this is the tutorial battle. I skipped the cutscenes because we'll get properly into the story after I showcase why I'm doing the playthrough the way that I'm doing. Anyway, move the pointer while holding down the move button to avoid enemy attacks. Holding down the move button causes the boy to move to a pointer's location. Quickly moving the pointer enables the boy to dash. So basically, it's like this. Hold down the pointer, but you can quickly move if you move the pointer quickly, he will run. And if you want to run from the battle, you start and you press gotta bounce. So let's try a bit of the gameplay on the Switch via Joy-Cons.
You're good as gone.
So yeah, walking is relatively easy now. The reason I'm showcasing this, everybody, is because if you ask anybody about the 20 fan base about the Switch version, they'll immediately tell you, don't play with the Joy-Cons, play on handheld with using the touch screen. Because, so you can properly play the game with the touch controls the way it was meant for.
It's not impossible
it's not.
But you'll probably prefer a handheld anyway.
To fight, you'll need to use pins. Basically, think of pins as the materia of this game. Input commands using the pointer and psych button to select a psych that is unique to each pin. Basically, we have a fire pin, meaning we can do a fire spell. That's the basic gist of it. Try it now. You can drag the pointer across an empty part of the screen. So each pin has its own specific motion gesture that you do, either tap or slide or do multiple touches. It depends on the pin, basically.
Is that a Chico statue?
Executive. This takes place in Shibuya.
Okay.
Noise erased. What are the noise? They're the heartless of this game, basically.
You know, a lot
They're
of Japanese
unfinished.
games.
Yeah.
Anyone ever noticed that a lot of Japanese games like to take place in Shibuya at some point?
Well, it's the commercial district, also mostly for tourism, so it makes sense to actually promote it a lot.
Indeed. Get ready? Alright, so basically right now, and you'll notice that the pins also have a cooldown period, so you can't just use them willy-nilly, but there you go. So basically that's an example of okay, and bringing back from Solo Remix, if you have a partner on your team, a special pin will display on the screen. You can tap a foot to summon Shiki and for a strike. Keep tapping for a combo. In the original game, you had two screens, and you could control both characters at the same time. You controlled Neku with the touch screen, and you controlled the partner with the buttons. Obviously, you can't do that now that we don't have two screens. So for Solo Remix, aka the mobile port, Ito-san reworked the game to work with only one screen, and that game and that new system carries over into the Switch version.
Well, it would be very funny if that patent for the Switch 2 with the dual screen layout actually turns out to be true.
There's one thing that I would at the very least give the ports in this game, much like with the Kingdom Hearts HD collection, the Kingdom team did the ports themselves instead of outsourcing them to a different company, which is something that I appreciate the effort. So.
Much better than what happened with the Kingdom Hearts ports to Switch.
Well, those are cloud things, so...
Also, probably already asked you, but would it be possible for this Switch version that relies on, still some touch controls and the Joy-Con itself to be ported on PC using ideally the mouse to do the touching.
You could potentially do that, but at the same time there are also some changes that you could potentially make, because while a mouse does work relatively fine for most of the moves, there's the more complex moves that you have to do, like touching 2 points of the screen at the same time, for example. That is a whole different story.
It is possible if they interface maybe the mouse with the keyboard.
The more you're talking to, okay, I haven't played obviously the original release, so I'm going with what you mentioned, but the more you're talking about it, the more I'm starting to remember about instead the controls of Hideko Surprising, so I hope...
Oh, yeah! Okay, let me assuage your fears. It's similar in the sense that it's a complex system that does require multiple touching to simulate, the camera control like Kid Icarus Uprising. But I can assure you, even with this version in mind, if you're not doing it in handheld mode, still not nearly as much a nightmare as Kid Icarus Uprising. The thing about Kid Icarus Uprising is that its control scheme is made the way it was because at the time of its release, the 3DS had only one analog stick, essentially.
Let me just explain this real quick. If you alternate hits on the same enemy between Neko and his partner, you will perform a cross combo. Cross combos give a boost to your sync rate. Basically, if you combine the two characters' attacks in a rhythm-like state, you increase your sync. Meaning, and the more sync you have, the more popular attacks you'll be, and you'll be able to unleash a super special awesome mega attack. This was something that was added in for Solo Remix and carried over to this, and was something that Ito-san retained in Neo, the sequel. So basically, think of the... Yeah, the thing about the thing about the World of Yuto is that the battle system is also part of the storytelling process, because it involves collaboration and being literally in sync with your partner, which, as you're going to see eventually, is going to be something that's also part of the story.
Also, did I just hear the stock camel sound effect that was used in Doom for the imps for that bear enemy?
I guess.
It doesn't look bad or anything.
It's very adaptable to it.
Some pin psychs activate with a slash. Hold down the psych button and move the pointer across the enemy to perform a slash attack. So in this one, you have to press and hold the button while also by drawing a line, basically, with the cursor. This is actually the hardest part, because not the hardest part. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Ignore me. It's relatively even the slash here, it doesn't work as well because let me put it this way: it's hard to explain without someone actually playing the original DS version, or at the very least the handheld mode of this. But doing the slashes with the touch screen and where you just immediately touch and immediately do a slash is a lot more intuitive than having to move the cursor into a specific spot. Remember, this is gyro controlled cursor, it's not infrared like in the Wii. Because in the Wii, if this was using an infrared cursor, it probably would be a bit more doable. But it's a gyro cursor, so it's not quite as precise as... let me give you an idea. Play Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii with the infrared cursor, and then try doing the same stages with the gyro cursor of the Switch port, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
I also understand it might be also a case where the touch controls on the DS and 3DS were actually much more precise and built exactly more precise, because I already see a similar problem with a game that was for PC in, I think, the end of the 90s called Arx Fatalis, in which one mechanic is we have to use the mouse to click and drag to compose symbols of rules, but the detection is so poor that even with a fan patch, 90% of the time it doesn't work as intended.
I can actually help explain this. In the original version, since a lot of it was touch control based, it was relatively easy to control the characters while you would draw certain stuff using the stylus on a DS or 3DS.
Yeah, it was.
With the Switch, replace that with needing to control the motions of the characters while using motion control. Now, to give credit to the Switch, the gyro does have a good sensor. However, it does not always gel the most while you're trying to move your character along with the motions in mind.
This is even just something with this game, because as someone who played Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii religiously, and has also recently played it on the Switch for the All-Stars compilation, Yeah, like the I miss the infrared cursor from the Wii version so hard because it's nowhere, because the new gyro cursor of the Joy-Cons is nowhere near as precise. And this is also a similar problem here where, yeah, if the cursor of the Joy-Con control scheme was infrared, maybe this would be a bit more doable. But again, this is one of those cases where you really have to try it to again, that's the hard part about control problems in games. It's kind of hard to explain to a person if the person hasn't actually played it themselves, you know? But the basic point is, well, now why am I wasting my time with this? Everybody might ask. That's because I'm going to be recording this game using RearJinx, the Switch emulator, and I'm going to be using it on handheld mode using a mouse, and I'm going to basically be using a save editor to get myself through the tougher aspects, because but I still wanted to give a showcase of what the gameplay is basically like. Right? Let me put it this way, everybody. The best way to play in The World Ends With You right now is on the Switch, but you have to play it on handheld mode using the touchscreen. Unfortunately, if I do that, I can't record the game.
What about the mobile port?
The mobile port doesn't have...
The mobile port is not definitive.
The mobile port doesn't have the extra chapter that leads into the sequel too.
Oh.
Because that was added for this final remix. Basically, keeping in turn with the Final Mix moniker that this team is known for, they made Solo Remix for mobile, and now this is Final Remix. No more remixes too. Sorry, this is the final one. Alright, everybody, so now let's actually start the story proper. Anyway, now let's start the game proper. So Square Enix, and this port, as well as the Solo Remix, is co-produced by hand, yes. And yes,
you say it was done hand in hand?
Welcome to The World Ends With You Final Remix, everybody. The new IP that was a big Nintendo DS classic made by the Kingdom team. Yes, Nomura's Kingdom Hearts team, the same team that made Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
All the OGs out there, remember when people accidentally thought that this was a Kingdom Hearts spin-off?
Here's something that you'll find interesting too. You might notice that there in the bottom of the title screen, it says the character designed by Tetsuya Nomura and Gen Kobayashi. Gen Kobayashi. He's the other pupil that Nomura has too. He's also the art director of the Kingdom Hearts series, basically. He joined the Kingdom team specifically for the original DS version of this game, and he's been there ever since. So for the sequel, there's actually another third character design that joins. Anyway, let's start the story.
As Pedro showed, we're listening to the remastered soundtrack.
Yeah, it sounds higher fidelity, so... Oh.
Out of my face. You're blocking my view.
Well, excuse me.
Charming kid.
Princess.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up. Stop talking.
It's a public street, you dick.
Jeez, when did Sora become such a jerk?
What a great start.
God, he became a teenager.
So, yeah, this is Neku Sakuraba. He's an antisocial, well, let's face it, jerk.
Keep yours, alright?
For these...
Oh, this line's important. Hold on.
I don't get people.
Yeah, me neither.
I do get my music.
Never will.
So yeah, he's antisocial, as you can see. Go on.
I don't
This
need
is an
them.
RPG. You're getting
For those
friends
kind
whether
of
you like it or not,
I
buddy.
think the voice actor should have been sound a bit more angry instead of just being bored. I get what they're trying to convey, emotionless, but I don't know. It feels like if you want to say shut up because I don't want to hear stuff, I don't know. It feels to me like you should be more angry to that.
That might
He
be
sounded
due
pretty snappy, not emotional.
Let's just say when you learn more what's going on, there might be a reason for
Oh
why
god,
he
Booty
sounds
Bells
like
has
that.
removed these...
So here's the basic premise. Neku wakes up suddenly in the middle of Shibuya with no idea how he got here. And he has a pin on his hand. And once again, he has
Nobody's symbol.
and he has no idea how he got that thing. And somehow he can hear people's thoughts. Jova,
Oh, God.
Jova, the
So
stage is
many people
yours.
talking.
Jova, the stage is yours.
What the? I can hear voices in my head.
They talk to me, they understand.
God, I can't stand people, and now I hear nothing but people.
Ironic, isn't it?
It's called an internal monologue. Most of us have one.
Go on.
And where'd this pin come from? Wonder if there's a connection with that and this funky beat I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'll talk about the soundtrack later because it's awesome. Okay, so the first thing, you tap the pin at the lower right of the screen to try out its scanning ability. So this is something that's also going to come up in the sequel. Each person in the Worldlands with you has a special ability. You can end the scan and return to the normal field screen by tapping the same pin again. Neku's ability is that he can read people's thoughts.
I can't help but find it interesting, the parallels I see between this and Ghost Trick.
Yeah, okay, that's actually one of the things that I, like, immediately from the get-go, the game shows a very, a lot of thematic cleverness. This guy is antisocial, he doesn't want to get along with people, and his ability is to read people's thoughts. Alright, and yeah, now I'm gonna give you a little bit so you can hum at the soundtrack. Yeah, this is another thing, like, if you let Neku idle, he'll also start listening to the soundtrack, because here's how the soundtrack works, everybody. The soundtrack in this game works different than any other video game. There you go, see, you can press the pin and you can see what people are thinking. Like, you can click on something and they'll... But we're not gonna do that right now, we'll do it later. Oh, sorry, I forgot that. Some people really know how to work the hat look. I should pick up one up so I can be more like them. Go ahead, Dubs.
I always wear JFDM when playing sports. They collaborate with sporting brands for a lot of their stuff, so their stuff's always really functional.
Alright, 5 hours too.
Sports talk.
I'm here way early. Well, that beats being late, right? Nothing wrong with being a trailblazer. Just think, I'm living the future right now. Okay.
Oh god, he's a hipster.
If you heard of me, sorry to push.
Voices. Definitely voices. But why? Am I hearing people's thoughts? What the hell is this pin?
You got mail.
Whose phone? Mine? Reach 104. You have 16 minutes.
It's 10-4, Java. 10-4.
Alan.
Face erasure.
It's literally.
That's how they say. That's how they say it in the sequel. So that's how it is.
Yeah, that's cute. See ya, spam. Deleted.
Wow, he's
still there.
And yeah, the spam will not delete, no matter.
It's like the junk mail from hell.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something like.
Oh, my hand!
Every time you delete the message, you lose 10.
And now, Dubs, here's something that In Time ripped off from this game.
Yeah.
The time pumps.
Yeah, no, the timer on the hand.
What? Oh, like Infinity Train.
And here are the noise, aka the heartless of the game.
Killer frogs!
Unfinished the killer frog.
Frogs?
Not a fan.
Oh, what the? They attacked me!
Indeed.
What do they want with me? Dude!
Your headphones suck.
It's interesting you say that, this because your character nicknames him Phones. So.
Down, Froggy.
Foggy.
God damn it!
Oh,
God damn it!
This was the true chaos.
So the touch controls change if you're playing on handheld mode. Touch the screen to move around and fight. Right now you're defenseless, so you're gonna have to run for it. Basically, let me just quickly explain something about the soundtrack. The soundtrack is an actual score. Instead, you're hearing the music that Neku is listening to on his headphones. So whenever you're listening to... So you might be... Oh, the music keeps changing. That's because right now Neku is constantly listening to whatever device he's using. And you're hearing what he's hearing because he constantly has his phones on. So obviously, like him, you're also listening to his music. So what you're hearing... So what you're hearing right now is Neku's playlist.
So I'm guessing, you know, probably they're gonna play up with this mechanic, and there's a scene where he has to either take the headphones off or something, and as such we hear no music at all.
Not that specifically, but you're onto something too.
Okay then. Also, I listened a bit of the soundtrack for myself, as in Neku's playlist, wanna call it. It's mostly inspired by stuff like Jet Set Radio. It really wants to give that kind of urban feeling.
The soundtrack is composed by Takahiro Ishimoto, who Teo knows for working on various stuff like Type 0, and other... he's
mostly a remixer, but in a few cases, like in this one, he did
compose original. Starting with this game, this was the first time Takahiro Ishimoto worked for the Kingdom team. Starting after this game, he became Yoko Shimomura's #2 in the Kingdom Hearts series because he's composed for Butterfly Sleep, Kingdom Hearts Drop Judges, and recently Kingdom Hearts 3. He's been Shimomura's number 2 since for a while now. Anyway, yeah, you obtain the dash pin, which allows you to quickly drag Neku to dash. At the very start of his dash, Neku is untouchable, allowing him to slip past things. So basically, if you're good with the timing, you can use the dash to avoid damage.
What the hell is going on?
You're being attacked by the French.
Somebody help!
So
I said I was
Throws a
antisocial,
baguette
but
in your general
I have my
direction.
limits.
yeah, and now notice this: somebody help, and nobody hears.
But nobody came.
You stole my...
This is why I can't stand people. They're never around when you need them.
And they
Everybody,
keep
stop
until-
ignoring me! What is this place?
Well, you told them to shut up a minute ago.
Crap! Damn, not
So the
here.
moral of the story-
I gotta
so the moral-
run.
So the moral of the story is, don't badmouth.
And now,
me.
super special, awesome anime intro.
There you are. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the game already. Don't badmouth things you'll suddenly need help from later.
Well, that actually kind of works, Dribs, as you'll see. But yeah, this song is called Twister, and also aside from serving as the game's OP, it's also Neku's theme.
Basically, I like to codename this game as What if Kingdom Hearts decided to go all funky?
Yeah. As you've seen through the cuts, the director is Tatsuya Kando. Who is he? He's the animation director of the Kingdom Hearts series. Iri Kiito handled the gameplay. Teo knows him, obviously. Composer Takahiro Ishimoto. And of course, the character art designer, the lead art designer is Gen Kobayashi, like I said. The guys at hand also handled some of the ports, so they're being credited here.
So, like I mentioned earlier, back in the day, some people actually jokingly thought that this was
I
a
know.
spin-off of Kingdom Hearts. And it's funny because
Hold on,
that would actually
and of course, creative producer and main character designer Tetsuya Nomura.
like, come on. I would honestly be more
Well,
surprised if it
well,
wasn't
he is the boss of
Nomura.
this team, so. All right, Joe. All right, Teo. You're the one on the left, and Jovi, you're the one on the right.
Man, here we go again.
Stop whining. We haven't had work in, oh, like forever.
Duh. Exactly. It feels like the Monday after vacation.
A show. You prefer a permanent vacation?
Yeah, stop whining or I'll shoot you.
Day one is the most players. Now's our chance to rack up some points. How else you gonna make up for last month?
Alright. 1 week won't kill me. Probably. Hey, while we're at it, how about we play a little game?
Shall we play a game?
Game.
Ooh, a game.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel so much like work. Come on, you love it.
Oh, yeah. You know me.
Do you need some private time?
Actually, Teo, the fans love to ship these two, so that actually works.
Alright. What's the game?
Simon says.
How about Reaper Sport 3, a player hunt?
A player hunt.
Alright, it was not great, but the reboot was worse, so I prefer this one.
Excellent.
Let's see who backs the most players during today's mission.
I'll see how much I can no-scope. Are you joking? That's no fun at all.
Alright, give me a moment. Like, as you can see, Tatsuya Kando's way of storytelling cutscenes in this game is to portray the cutscenes as if you're literally playing a manga. And trust me, the sequel takes this up a notch.
Again, another similarity to Ghost Trick. I have to wonder if Nomura
Yeah,
and
it was
Takumi
full
were
of games
sharing
like these.
notes.
I'm already
They
starting
came out the
also,
same year.
I'm also starting to see a parallel to Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor.
Not only that, but they were also wonderful games that unfortunately didn't get the recognition they deserved at first, but seem to have with their re-releases, including Switch releases, go figure.
You know the drill. Loser buys winner a hot bowl of donuts.
Ramen tail. We're not doing that shit. We're not doing that shit. It's ramen, okay?
Should be safe here. Good old America. Ugh, freaking frogs.
I know, Nick. I know, it's the same that I feel when I play Final Fantasy 14.
Leave me alone.
You don't like people, you don't like
do
frogs.
anything to you.
Alright, Shira, get ready.
What do you like?
And yeah, sometimes we get these more animated cutscenes.
Oh my god, it's the massive...
And yeah, the noise, and yeah...
They've been taken!
It's a massive crash off a cortex.
They vanished! Why are people disappearing?
It's the rapture.
Oh god damn it, that means I've been left behind!
The obvious advantage of starting a game like this is that Neku is just as confused as the player is, so obviously he serves as the audience proxy very well for now.
Why am I even here? What the hell?
Neku played by Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage in a Square Enix game. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't gotten that.
Shira, that's you.
Found one.
Oh no, people!
Ew.
Wait, no, wait. Actually, I do want comfort from people now, so... Huh?
Go ahead, Shira.
You, forge a pact with me.
Lady,
Aren't you gonna take me out to dinner first?
I know that this is never a good idea.
And that's also a Square Enix IP, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Go ahead.
I've kinda got my hands full.
Oh, so that's the thing you're sacrificing.
Listen, if we forge a pact, we can beat the noise.
Sorry, I'm really good at Mega Man Star Force 3, but I'm not sure we can form a friend bond that quickly over our DSs.
It's more like an emergency pact.
A covenant of sorts.
Go ahead. Jova.
Who cares about a little noise?
Go ahead, Shira.
You want to be erased? Hurry up, there's no time.
Indeed. Come on, Neku. Either that or die. Choose.
Just shake hands. I know it's very
Make
hard.
friends or die.
Yeah, make friends or die, literally.
Great, so I'm in hell either way.
Yes.
How ghastly.
And yeah, one of the cool things that I like... Oh, go on.
Make a pact with me, please.
She asked please. Come on.
I asked please, didn't I?
Why do I have a bad feeling that the power of friendship is gonna get stuffed down my throat? Alright. The funny thing is, the boy hasn't even met Sora yet.
No, not yet.
I accept.
Alright, one cool thing that I really like already is how Kondo thought to himself when it comes to designing the art direction for this... Oh my god.
What's with the light show?
This is the Kingdom Team game, Neko. It's part of it.
To get used to it.
Here.
Is this what happens when you make friends?
By the way,
Yes.
How comfortable are you about endless alternate versions of yourself?
That sounds like a headache
So, yeah.
waiting to happen.
Apparently.
Use this pin.
As you can see, as you saw earlier, yes, that's the first pin, and it's also the first pin you get in the sequel as well.
She just slapped him on his forehead.
Ow! That implies she's stabbing it to keep it on his forehead. But the funny lights!
Nick, we need to get the game going. If you're gonna unshade everything,
Go ahead, Jerry.
we're not gonna be
I'll explain later.
Yeah.
Jeez, what genre did you fall from?
Fourth wall breaking.
Alright.
Also, I feel like there should be a dual screen or something above or below.
That is true, Neku, but unfortunately we're not doing that version. Go on, Shirai.
Right now, we have to stop the noise.
Yeah.
But I'm just hearing nothing but noise.
Priorities, Neku. Priorities.
Well, we'll turn your player off then.
Yeah, there, noise eliminated.
I'll explain the significance of the phones later. That when it becomes more clear to us.
Okay, so we have to exterminate frogs?
Yes.
At least it's not rats in a basement.
Exterminate amphibians.
Get ready.
You know, I love the irony that for as cool as Neku looks, he turns out to actually just be a clueless dork at the start of the game.
That's also part of it, as you'll see. But
Just overwhelmed.
yeah, so to fight, you'll need to use pins, each with a powerful side that can be activated with the right touch command. Right now, drag across the anti-fight. Yeah, I already talked about this. One thing that I really like about the art direction immediately is Kondo's idea. Kondo's idea with the art direction for this game was, okay, I happen to have a boss who's a trained manga artist. I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna have him draw my characters as if he was drawing a manga. He never got around. Did Nomura ever actually release a manga too?
Was he the one behind the Kingdom Hearts manga?
Okay.
I know that there is a lot of stuff that we don't know about. For example, there was a Nintendo DS game that never got released in the West that he worked on. That is one of it's the one where the girls without a name come from
Long story short, before he joined Square, Nomura was actually training to be a manga artist, for those who don't know.
He actually drew his own manga during class. Yes, as in, while class was going on, he would write his own manga. So while he hasn't, I guess as far as I know, he hasn't officially published a manga, out there somewhere, there were mangas written by Child Nomura.
Yeah, and it's a cool thing, because Nomura never got to use his manga skills in the games, and this was the first time he actually got to properly, draw the characters as if he was drawing a manga. So he finally got to put all that training to use. Finally.
It worked better originally because the Nintendo DS was less taxing, so it was still perfect to have 2D games, which instead came to back in DS the Kingdom Hearts games done for that 358 over 2 days and recoded, which those do use 3D and trying to be similar to the PS2 games, but yeah, they're not really flat for it.
Anyway, the pin, boot, reboot, and the control. Basically, for every action, there's a pin. That's all you need to know. So drag, slide your finger pointer, keeping it in contact with the screen, basically.
As you see, the first pin we get is the pyrokinesis one. That fire! No, seriously, that music was absolute fire!
I just created fire with my own will.
Oh no.
I did that?
Whoa, you can use the pin?
I mean,
well, yeah, did you expect me not to be able to?
She's about to explain. Well, trust me, as you're going to see, she needed someone.
A gamble, actually.
Yeah, it was actually a gamble. Very good, Shiroi, because.
Are you kidding me?
You must be really good at psychs.
Oh, thank goodness I am. Otherwise, I might be dead right now.
Well.
He's just a protagonist.
Well, you're still alive, aren't you?
Yeah, stop complaining.
Did you gamble with something that's not the very essence of my life, please?
I guess I found the right partner, huh?
Well,
wait, partner? Hold on, I'm not ready for that kind of commitment.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Too bad. You made a pact with me, and now you're stuck with me.
And now we're married.
Oh my God!
You say, Shiroi, trust me, Shiroi. 12 fans will not accept any ship aside from this one with Neku.
Yeah, like honestly, these two might as well be the Sora and Kairi of the bunch.
Go ahead.
I actually do feel like they're inspired by them.
Yep.
So that's what you.
Go ahead.
That's what you call those flames, a psych.
Very good, Neku. You catch on quick.
Yep. And now that we've made a pact, the noise won't come after us.
Hooray.
So you have to get married to keep from getting attacked in this reality. Sure,
Apparently.
Why not?
How come I didn't work in that bit in Highlander 2 then where it looked like they got married?
They didn't get married. Well, actually they did, but his wife died.
Go ahead, Jova.
In other words, we're safe.
Shiroi.
Right? See? All gone. I'll see if you have a problem with any of the weirdness happening. Take it up with Nomura, but that might be bad for your mental health.
That's a good point. I've heard horror stories about
that. To be fair, Shiroi, we can't just put all the blame on him for this one because Tatsuya Kondo is the one in charge directing. So.
Oh, so two guys who may very much be on shrooms at the time.
Although remember, Tatsuya Kondo was the animation director for Kingdom Hearts, starting with the first game, so he's one of Nomura's right-hand men. So, go ahead, Shiroi.
It's
Jova? Yeah, Jova.
So what are the noise?
They're the monsters we fought, basically.
What I just said.
Because there was less time going on.
Sorry about that.
Monsters. Sure. And psychs?
No. This is a Nintendo DS related game. The important terms should be highlighted with a different color.
Is that what the pin is?
Anyway, where are my manners?
On the other side of the street, I guess?
In the second screen, Jova.
Which is also gone.
Yes.
My name is Shiki Misaki.
Huh, it rhymes. Cute.
Indeed.
Shake music.
Shikimizaki.
That's the Western name.
Yeah, that's the Western Four Kids name. Shaky music.
Shaky music. Call me Shiki.
Shiki.
And I love Neku's line now. His response to that.
Whatever.
Actually, he takes the whatever. Go ahead.
I call this whack.
Boom.
Ah, more
So what would,
The
so what
Mount
would
Daughter, I guess.
so what would Neku's Western name be?
One number. Yeah,
Not.
they're actually going.
Neku, but in all caps.
As you can probably guess, too, they're going for a similar arc that I guess Squall was supposed to have. Go on, Jiri.
We've got a long week ahead of us.
Yes, a week of nothing but this, Neku.
You got to talk to a person on a regular basis and it's a girl.
This truly is hell.
I mean, I'll admit, call me boring, but yeah, I ship these two too.
Everybody does, Jova. Everybody does. I mean, let's go on.
To read this game is 7 days long, right? Sometimes the quote-unquote boring pair is also a very nice option.
Not to mention, Jova, by the time we get to the sequel, the game pretty much is winking and sure. Yeah, they get together. There you go. There's your confirmation.
Yeah.
Because you can tell. Go ahead.
Reapers. Excuse me. Who is this Blake?
Blake.
Shouldn't you be calling her a fireball since she gave you pyrokinesis? And her hair is literally red.
Shiri.
So, what's...
So yeah, while Neko is lost in thought, she's trying to talk to him, but obviously he's lost.
Please tell me he says my name is not important.
Earth to porcupine.
Go ahead, Jova.
Forget her. Where am I? How did I get here? How does she know? Oh wait, no, she doesn't know my name.
Come on, tell me your name.
Your
I have so
mama.
many questions now, thinking about this all, as I ponder the very veracity of what has
Nice to
become of
meet
my
you,
life
your
at this
mama.
point.
What? No, that's not what I said.
Go ahead.
The sign says Shibuya Station. Maybe
Nice
I
to
should
meet
say
you,
that that's my
Shibuya
name.
Station.
Yeah, you
You'll
get
no-
this place and the first
you'll
thing
notice-
you see is your name now.
Go ahead, Jova.
Why am I in Shibuya?
You'll notice
So-
You'll notice Neku's necklace. That's his MP3 player that he's using.
Okay, it looks like something else, but I won't say it.
I saw it too, honestly.
Shiri.
Something wrong?
I can think of a few things.
Alright, I honestly understand because I kind of had an MPP player that was kind of like that shape.
Yeah.
God, I remember the
Remember-
old
Companies
days.
Remember-
decided to not look at.
Remember, Teo, this released in 2008, so yeah. By the time we get to the sequel, Teo, they're using smartphones all the time, obviously. So.
Hey kids, remember the old days when your MP3
Go
player
ahead,
was
Jova.
actually separate from your cell phone? Wait, the intersection. I just need to retrace my steps.
In
and I can
2008, my
all
MP3
three.
Go ahead,
player was my
go-
PSP.
Go ahead, Shiri.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, wait for me!
What's that JoJo
I am not a
posing?
Oh my god, is that a JoJo reference?
Yes.
You're a JoJo reference.
No, you're JoJo.
Your mom is a JoJo reference.
No, you.
Alright, so yeah, hopefully in the next part, everybody, we'll be able to find out who is this girl, why are we here, what are we doing here, and how exactly do we get back to where we were before. So,
So
see
many
importantly,
questions.
and more importantly, if Neku cares.
Oh, he does. No, he does care about getting away from here. He does care about that. I'll tell you that much. All right, see you everybody for the next part.
Yeah.
See ya.